Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Nexus Tarot. My name is Nicole, if this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, and today I'm going to be doing a reading on the month of June. Can anyone believe that it's already been, that the year is already halfway over with? I swear it's been going by in a flash. Just some quick little facts about today, the month of June, like for astrology. Let me get my notes. So we are still currently in Gemini season, and around the 21st, we're going to be transitioning into Cancer. We are still experiencing Pluto retrograde. I don't know about any of you, but Pluto retrograde has definitely been kicking my butt. It's been rough. I feel like everything has been just an uphill battle, even more so than normal. But you know, that's life. That is what it is. And then around, let me see here, the 17th, around the 17th, so about halfway through the month, we're going to be transitioning into Saturn retrograde. So that's fun. Yeah, let's get started with the reading. Let's see. For the first pile, we have Black Obsidian. And then for the second pile, we've got Citrine. And then lastly, for the third pile, but certainly not least, we have Rose Quartz. All right, so yeah, I'm going to leave you all, like, just a quick intro, but I'm going to leave you all for a few minutes here to sit with the pile so you can properly have time to pick whichever pile that you feel most drawn to. You can pick more than one if you are drawn to more than one. Maybe there's some messages in another pile that will apply for you. But yeah, I'll see you all in your readings very, very soon. All right, welcome, pile number one. You guys were the ones that chose Black Obsidian. I'm going to move that up there. Double checking it's still in the shot. All right, now let's see what the month of June has in store for you guys. How have you all been doing? Let me know down in the comments below. How are you feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. Things have been rough for me for a while, but we're getting much better. But enough about me. This is about you guys. What is in store for the month of June for you? Actually, I feel good about that. All right. So, just double checking that everything's in the shot. All right, so we pulled Reverse Queen of Pentacles. This is going to be your overall theme for the month of June. So, returning to self-care, returning to basically taking care of yourselves. I think definitely for a lot of you, you've probably, like, any sort of intentions you set at the beginning of the year to probably better yourselves, you know, like maybe work out more, eat better. It's definitely fallen along. You've fallen back into some bad patterns, and it's time to basically recharge. It's summer. It's getting hot. It's getting warm. This is going to be a lot of time to basically return back to healthy habits. You've definitely need to start thinking about that again. It's also probably for a lot of you, you've probably been thinking about like, need to start getting work, being more career focused again. It's probably things again have fallen on the wayside a little bit with your job. Maybe you're feeling a little bit unhappy with your work ethic, maybe even just people around you. Maybe your work environment's been kind of getting a little bit on the toxic side. And it's probably, I think the month of June for a lot of you is definitely reevaluating how you view yourselves, how you view the people around you, especially work related. It's definitely time to revisit that, probably revisit how you think about things. Like, yeah, we got the reversed Hierophant here. Like, definitely your things have just basically, in terms of like organized structure, like maybe even a little bit of your faith, things have just fallen on the wayside, and it's really time to start thinking about why have things not been working? You know, why are things that have been working maybe in the past like aren't working anymore? And you need to probably be like, okay, so maybe things worked for me before, but they're certainly not now. And you know, the reason for that is like things change. We are constantly evolving. We are constantly changing. And sometimes just what worked before just is not going to work for us now. And we need to shake things up. Shake things up. You know, like sometimes like breaking down traditions, you know, breaking down the old traditions, like, and just finding new traditions. You need to find new traditions for yourself that are going to work. You know, maybe just take some time to reflect on what it is that, you know, that is, you know, just the structure has not been working. The way you've been organized, maybe you're just not organized anymore, and you just need to find new healthy habits. We've got the reversed King of Cups here too. Like maybe also this has been affecting a relationship with someone in your life, you know, someone who is a King of Cups, someone who is normally very, you know, empathetic, you know, understands you and themselves very well, and maybe they're having a rough time too. I think someone else in your life is going through it as well. They're definitely not acting like themselves. Maybe they've been feeding off of your energy, someone who basically, you know, kind of like goes with the flow of around you, like how you act is how they, you know, reflect and, you know, like act around you as well. Maybe someone else has been like around you is going to be like going through it as well. And it's probably going to be based off of all of this, you know. They are definitely feeding off of your energy, and it's been affecting them negatively. So maybe a little bit of space. I'm not a permanent break for sure, but definitely I think you two definitely need to probably take some time to just basically like reevaluate how you guys are affecting each other. Maybe you have some perspective on how he can tackle their things. And this might not definitely be a guy. This could just be someone who has a lot of masculine energy. But I think for a lot of you, like, especially if this is like your partner or a good friend, they are definitely just like vibing off of you, and it's affecting them. They're coming off reversed as well. And I think maybe just after you take some time to reflect on what it is that you can do better, it'll probably bring some perspective on how you can help them. And likewise, I think once they get their shit together, I think they're going to be able to bring in some perspective on how to make things better for you. This right here, I'm very much feeling like someone in your life is either going to make a comeback if they're not already in your life and help. I think you two can definitely help each other, not fix each other, but maybe be like, hey, I noticed that you've got this thing. Why don't you try this instead? And likewise, they're probably going to do the same thing for you. They're going to bring new perspective, and you guys will be able to help each other, you know, bring yourselves back up again. And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles. And I think near the end of the month, I think the first of the month and maybe even a little bit in the middle of the month, things are going to be really rough. But I think near the end of the month, once it's going to be fruitful. We've got the Nine of Pentacles here, where definitely things are going to start coming around. It's going to be rough in the beginning, but by the end of the month, it's going to come around. Things are going to start getting back on track. Things that you put your intentions into in the beginning, maybe even earlier in the year, things are going to start taking fruit. I think this is just going to be a speed bump right now, because, you know, as we humans do, we have cycles where we go up and then we go down, but we also come back up again. This is just a speed bump. But at the end of the month, especially work related that you've been putting into, things are going to start like producing that fruit. Things are going to start feeling like better again, and you're going to start getting back onto the path of, you know, where you want things to go in life. You're going to start going towards making things like more long-term and long-lasting. So good. Little speed bump. End of the month is going to be great. Let's start pulling some other cards here. Oh, I did not expect that many, but we're going to go with it. The Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. Yeah. I think definitely if this person's not currently in your life, you definitely need to, they're going to be coming in soon, and they're going to, you two are going to definitely help each other. And it's going to feel like very much like intuitive and like you were meant to see them. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. Yeah, you've definitely been overthinking things, and you probably started to have a little bit of self-doubt, honestly, and you're just overthinking things. And then when people start to overthink, they start running into this problem where when they overthink, they stop doing. They stop taking care of themselves. They stop doing things that worked before that are no longer working now. And it's just you've just been overthinking it. You just need to keep going forward, because at the end of the road, you've got this fruit that's waiting for you. Whatever you've been working on, it's coming together. Keepers of the Earth, you are not alone. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. This person is definitely with you. You know, you just need to probably stop like taking the lonely path. So forgetting oneself. You have been forgetting yourself. You've been forgetting to take care of yourself. You've been forgetting what it is that you're working towards. And you've just been thinking a little bit, you've been overthinking too much. Let's see here. I'm feeling this one. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me for some of you if this person is like just a friend, if the reason why they're feeling upset lately is because they have feelings for you, but you're just not feeling it. You're just not feeling the attraction. So that might be something that you need to tackle with them, is just kind of tackling that unrequited feelings that they have for you. Or maybe they have unrequited feelings for someone else, or you have for someone else, but it's something you're gonna have to tackle. And honestly, that would not surprise me as well if that's the reason why you've been sort of like kind of down on the dumps on yourself, if the both of you. Mutable. Surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. Yeah. What did I tell you earlier? Like, the things that were working before aren't working now, and you need to start thinking about change. You need to start thinking about going with the flow, surrendering. Stop thinking about like clearly what you've been doing up until now. You've been overthinking it, but it's also probably not working in a lot of ways, and you need to start surrendering and kind of going with the flow again. Start thinking about how you can welcome the change. I'm actually great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. With that Hierophant card, you've been kind of ignoring like the high, you know, I think you've just been sort of ignoring advice people have been been giving you, or even probably you've been learning from yourself. You've already gone through like you've gone through a lot, and you're kind of ignoring your own lessons. You've been ignoring your own intuition. You've been ignoring your own sort of experiences that have led you up to this point, you know, that is going to be giving fruit. And you just need to start like actually applying those sorts of like applying what you've learned. Ooh, wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. Turn those experiences into wisdom. Turn everything that you've learned, you know, and actually start applying them. Apply everything that you've learned and actually do something with it. Be bold and make the first move. No one's going to get you out of this slump but you. And you got to be the one to make the first move. No one else can get you out of your own slump, not even this person. They can give you a nudge, but it's up to you to actually continue it, to actually continue the journey. It's actually getting kind of I'm running out of room. I ended up wanting to use all of my cards that I have because I felt called to do it. But yeah, you got to be the one to make the first move. You got to be the one to actually make the change and actually turn your knowledge into wisdom. You know, stop overthinking things, because you're not alone and it's all coming together. Full moon in Libra, find a balance, but at the end of the day, you're gonna need to find a balance in things. Only you can take all of it. I know this is a lot of information, but again, focus on you. Stop sitting at home, you know, in your PJs all the time and eating the snacks and watching the TV or the YouTube, the video games, whatever it is. Like, yes, you can still enjoy doing those things, but you got to enjoy them in moderation. You got to find the balance. You got to start getting back on the path of like your job and your structure and everything like that. I think things are going to get better, but you're just hitting a speed bump and you just need to regain that balance. Remember yourself. Stop forgetting who it is that you are. You are a bad bitch. Excuse the language, but you are the person. You are a good person, and you are not. You just need to remember who you are. Well, pile number 1. This is overall a very good reading. I feel good about this. You've just hit a little speed bump. But yes, if you liked this video in this reading, please consider subscribing and hitting that like, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. This is your reading for the month of June. You guys were the ones that chose the citrine stone. All right, let's get into it. How are you all doing? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, let's see here. Ooh, having a little motor skills issues. Ooh, very interesting. There. So, for your overall sort of theme going on for the month of June for you is we've got the reverse 10 of coins or the reverse 10 of pentacles. So I think that you're going to definitely want to be looking into any sort of like long-term financial decisions that you've been made, any sort of changes you made recently. if you're the sort of the person that invests, you may need to like kind of take a reevaluate maybe your savings, reevaluate the things that you're putting money into, reevaluate the long-term goals that you have going on in terms of like your finances and your money, because I think something's going to come up and give a little bit of a surprise. I don't anticipate it being bad because we still got the world up right here, but we do have the reversed sun and the reversed judgment. So I think it's going to be a slight hiccup. It's going to be something surprising that you weren't expecting. You know, maybe a flat tire, you know, maybe a leaky faucet, not leaky faucet, leaky pipe, something happens that is going to make you dip into your savings a little bit. So you're going to probably want to double check that you've got all your ducks in a row. Make sure that you're not spending money a little bit too frivolously right now. You know, like maybe kind of hold off on getting that, you know, maybe that extra video game, maybe a new piece of jewelry or anything like that. Something fun. Hold off on the something fun, because I think something's going to pop up that you might need to kind of shift that money into being like, oh, whoops, nope, can't get the fun thing. I gotta take care of business. I gotta take care of the house, the car. You know, something I think is going to happen that's going to be really kind of surprising, that you're going to be like, oh, nope, I got to be responsible. I got to take care of that. But overall, your life is going good right now. You've got the world. You're happy. You feel complete. I think, or at least more, probably, I think things are definitely going to come together overall. Like things that you've been working on, I think things are starting to come together where you're kind of feeling like happier, that this is probably the happiest and most complete that you felt in a long time. Like this hiccup is a hiccup. You're gonna be like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. I know how to deal with this. And then I'm back. You're back on track. But as far as like spiritually, we've got the judgment reversed, you know, and then we have also got the reverse sun here. These don't really feel tied to these to me. These sort of feel like, I think something has been calling your name for a while now, something that you've been called to do, and you've just been kind of ignoring it. You've been procrastinating. We all procrastinate, you know, but I think it's time to revisit it. Everything up until now, you've been working really hard on getting your shit together. You're getting your job together, your life together. But it's kind of time to start returning back to maybe how you feel spiritually about things. How do you feel, you know, in terms of like your enjoyment in life? Things that you feel like you're purposed to do. We all have a purpose on this world. I'm trying to get the words together. We all have a purpose on this earth, and it's up to each and every one of us to go on a personal journey. And this starts from up until like we start walking and talking up until we die. It's up to us to be on that path of personal growth, personal journey. And I think you might need to start revisiting that. If you have been revisiting it, maybe this is kind of like a speed bump, probably caused by this. Whatever you've been doing up until now, as far as like your spiritual journey, your spiritual growth, your the thing that you're called to do, I think you need to start revisiting it. You need to start thinking about revisiting it and stop procrastinating on it. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's probably something that, you know, probably it brings you joy. Whenever we find our personal purpose and the things that we love to do, it brings us joy. But right now, you're kind of feeling like emotionally flat. You're the joy in things is kind of been lost a little bit. You're starting to feel like, yes, your life has been coming together, but you need to refine your passions. Revisit the things that bring light to your life, that bring positivity to you. because I think you've been so hard on, you know, getting your financial life in order, or at least in a part where you're not like stressing and being from paycheck to paycheck every day, that I think you need to start revisiting the things that bring you happiness, because at the end of the day, the bills are still going to be there. You know, it's still going to rain. The rain is still going to come, but it's up to us that, you know, if the hiccups that come in our life, we just kind of like shrug them off and find ways of finding joy, you know, finding the joy in the dark clouds. Let's see here. I actually feel protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. Protection. Find the things that make you feel safe. Find the things that make you feel protected, and cut the cords that you don't, cut cords with people that you just don't need to be dealing with, you know. And then soul retrieval. That's very much the Judgment card right here. And calling back your power. You need to start like kind of calling back and regaining control of yourself. Let's see. On the flip side of that. Envious gluttony. You know, got the envious gluttony card. It's fine to look at what other people have, you know, and be envious of it and be like, I want that too, but you gotta not let it take it you too far. I feel like you've kind of reached a point where you've been so focused on what other people have that you've been working hard so that you can have it too, that you've kind of lost the joy in it a little bit. You've kind of lost some of the joys that you've had up until now. And it's just, now it's just become about like, take. I want. I think you need to start revisiting that. You need to kind of cut that attitude out a little bit and just kind of focus back on you. Stop looking at other people so much and their happiness and their joys, and focus on your happiness and your joys and your calling. As far as, let's see, what sort of romance can we expect out of the month of June for people? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Cutting those cords. If you've got an ex that has been just kind of like up your butt, you need to release them. Or if you've been thinking about going back to that ex, no, you need to release them. Don't go back to the ex. Don't go back to them. You need to just let them go. You need to let them go. Cut those cords. You know, there's a reason why you guys broke up. You know, if you broke up with them, there's a reason for that. You broke up with them. Don't stop doubting yourself. But if they broke up with you, as painful as it was, you know, like accept the lessons that you learned while you were with them, but it's time to let them go. It's time to let them go. House 1, can I speak? Individuality, self-image, and approach to life. You need to go back. You need to just revisit them. Revisit yourself. Revisit everything that you've done. Reevaluate your self-purpose. You know, maybe you just need to be, if this is a recent breakup, maybe you just need to be a little alone for a while. Start finding who you are when you're by yourselves. I know that's rough, because even me, I'm someone who I feel like I'm a better person when I'm in a relationship, but sometimes you gotta find ways of just dealing with you. Deal with you for a bit. Deal with your self-image, your approach to life. Lord, take charge with authority. Take charge of your life. Take charge. You know, maybe you need to start at your job. Maybe the things going on at your job is maybe you actually need to take charge and actually be like, hey guys, we need to start doing this now. Or just being the Lord of your own home. You know, take responsibility for that leaky faucet, for that, you know, that flat tire, or that, you know, that strange noise in your car. Just take control and actually get stuff done. White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. You got to start trusting yourself, trust in the magic, trust in your own power, trust in the process. You know, I feel like probably up till now things have been sort of like going with the flow, and it's been just trying to just stay on your feet, and you just got to trust the process, you know? Trust that everything will work out because you are strong. You have experiences. Don't let your past hold you back. You got to release them. Release the, you know, cut those cords. We got the South Node. Don't let the past hold you back. You know, it's good to learn from the past, but it's gone. It's over with. We only have the present and the future. Was just double checking everything was still in the shot. All right. New moon in Capricorn. Step up and lead. Step up and lead with the Lord and take charge with authority. You got to step up, you know? Step up and take responsibility for yourself. Stop being envious of other people. You know, look at what you already have. Look at what you already have control over, and take charge of what you already have control over with authority, and stop looking at other people. Stop looking at the ex, you know, or that ex-friend. You know, this not be a romantic person, but maybe you just had a recent friend breakup. Just kind of like let them go. If you guys are meant to be together, they'll come back. You know, but at that time, you got to reevaluate your current life and be like, do they still have a place in your life anymore? You know, you got to start stepping up and taking lead. I'm going to actually move this over here because these two were clearly meant to be together. Take responsibility for your own financial future. You know, but and trust the process, trust in the magic, trust in your own ability to get things done. Work on you, your self-image, and your approach to life. House 1. Yeah. Pile number 2. This is your reading for the month of June. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider giving me a like and subscribing, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is your reading for the month of June. How have you all been doing? Let me know down below. Let's get into it. What does the month of June have in store for you all? Actually, up there. All right. So the overall theme that we've got going on here at for the month of June here is we've got the reverse 5 of Pentacles. I think you've been going through some rough times up until now, but I think it's definitely going to be turning a corner. This is a turning point for you. Typically, is halfway through the year, it's typically a turning point for a lot of people. I think definitely financially, things are definitely coming around. You've probably been very much in a situation where you've just been receiving a lot of help from other people. You've taken a hit to your pride, but I think that's definitely coming around. I think you're definitely reaching over that hurdle. You're reaching over that hump in your life, and You're cresting the hill and you're seeing the light finally. You're finally seeing the end of the tunnel. You're finally starting to see that things are opening up and widening for you. The doors are opening for you. We've got the Knight of Pentacles here, and the reversed Fool, and the reversed Six of Wands. So you got to continue to work hard. It's not over yet. Just because you're kind of cresting over that hill, you still got to keep working hard. Keep going, you know, right. Yeah. I'm having a hard time getting the words. I hope you know what I mean. Keep working hard, you know. Honestly, it would not surprise me if, you know, someone kind of was like your knight in shining armor here and helped things out, like move things along for you, like that they kind of like handed you that last piece that you needed to get over it. I think that's definitely coming to you. Like you're getting that last little bit that you need to get you going, like something you've been struggling with, you've been really struggling with, and you're just not sure how to get out of. I think the last piece is finally coming to you. You know, someone's going to give you like a bit of information, something financial. They're just going to give you that last little bit that you needed to actually get over it. Someone's coming for you. But we've got the reversed Fool here. This whole experience, I think up until now, or even like up into June, it's gonna mature you. This is something that has definitely matured you, and it's going to continue. You're going to continue to reach maturity through this. You're not a little kid anymore. You're not that naive person that everyone thinks you are. I think you're definitely going to start coming into your own and evolving from this. But it's kind of like you've definitely up until this point kind of lost your sense of adventure. I think you definitely, yes, maturing is good, but do not lose that inner child. Do not ever let them disappear forever. You know, make sure for this month, you still find the time to find things that you enjoy and bring joy to your life. Things that make you feel happy and joyful, like the kid you used to be. Don't ever lose sight of that inner child. And we've got the reverse Six of Wands here. I think definitely this is like an ego card, you know, like self-praise, like, you know, look at me, everyone, look at everything that I did. You know, this may have, like, up until now, your ego may have taken a hit, but be proud of yourself. I feel like you still can be proud of yourself. You may have been humbled up until this point. You may have matured over it. And I feel like up until now, you've lost your sense of, you know, pride. But I think you need to start revisiting that. Revisit the things that bring you joy. Revisit the things that make you feel proud on yourself. I think for the month of June, this is going to be definitely a month of revisiting you. Revisiting the things that make you happy. Go back to a little bit of self-care. It's been kind of rough up until now, but I feel like it's definitely turning a point. It's turning a point, and it's time to start thinking about the things that you feel proud of. It's time to actually be like, yeah, no, I actually did a thing. I did a thing. Yes, I may have had help, but you still got yourself through it. Reclaim your pride. Don't forget your inner child. I'm actually feeling that one. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Someone's going to support you. And I support you. Trust the path that you've led up until now. You know, life is a cycle. What comes up must come down, and what goes down must come up. You know, you're finally reaching a point in your life where you're kind of coming on and up. You just got to trust the path that you are on. You know, if you've been without support up until now, I think you're going to get it. Someone's going to come along and give you that support that you need, that little bit of push, that push that push to get you over that hill. Is this me? You've kind of lost a little bit of your path. Is this me card is sort of like, whenever I see this card, I see a card of like someone who did everything that they could to change their life, but they reached their end goal, but the journey changed them. The journey changed them, and they may have achieved their goal, but they became a different person, and now they don't recognize themselves anymore. You got to be careful of that. You got to be careful of that. Remember to never lose sight of your inner child, your dreams that you've had, you know, and make sure that at the end of this road, you can still have pride in yourself. You can still say that I did this. I did it. And I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of the me that I've become. You want to be careful of that. You need to start reevaluating who you are and why you're doing this. You don't want to be at the end of your journey. You don't want to become someone that you don't recognize anymore. Ooh. We got 2 cards that came out. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So, what did I say about that inner child? You know, if you're thinking about finding someone new, or you're currently in a relationship, you need to revisit that playful nature. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So again, anyone who's looking for new love, it's going to be a good time, but you gotta remain true to who you are. You don't want to become someone that you don't recognize. You gotta remain playful. Be the fool. I think this whole process has matured you, and you are reaching a good maturity, and that's good. But you don't want to lose that inner child. That's something that I definitely feel like is important. That's like the most that I'm getting out of that is like this right here, is like these 2 right here. And this one actually. Yang, proactive, expressive, doing, and forward motion. Yeah. You just want to make sure that you're being proactive and you are expressing yourself as how you should be. You don't want to be portraying something that is false. Sage, be devoted and committed. Yeah. It's a long path. No journey, like most journeys are never short. So just because you've reached a turning point does not mean that the journey is over. To become a sage, you must continue to be devoted and committed. You know, this is not going to be a time for you guys to give up or to slack off. You need to continue to work hard, you know, be as well, like yes, this 9 of Pentacles, I feel like for a lot of you is someone else like coming into your life and giving you the leg up that you need, but you also probably need to start emulating this Knight. Be someone who is dependable, who is honest, who is, you know, dedicated and, you know, hardworking. Be devoted and committed, as well as devoted to if you guys are looking for love, be devoted to the new love. Be devoted to remaining true to yourself and not becoming someone that, you know, you don't recognize in the end. Continue to have a clear goal, a clear vision of what it is that you're looking for. I'm just feeling this card right here. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibility. You know, yeah. Just don't forget to wake up, you know, look up every now and then. Be committed and devoted to your path. But don't be so narrow-minded that you just ignore, you know, any possibilities that come your way. you know, make sure that you can see any bad things or any good things, especially the good things in life. You don't want to like wake up one day and just realize that nothing has like, that you've missed things. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon, you know? Again, things are turning around and picking up speed, picking up. And it's going to gain momentum. It's going to keep on going, keep on trucking. It's going to catch up and keep going. Ooh. Well, I wasn't expecting those, but we're going to go with it. Embrace the flow of life. Full moon in Gemini and the first quarter moon in Capricorn, and unleash your kindest self. What did I say about you? And making sure you don't become a person you don't recognize. Make sure you stay kind. Release the inner child. Release the, the kindest. Oftentimes, a lot of kids, we are our most kind as young kids, or at least we should be. And embrace the flow of life. Just kind of accept things as they are. So yeah. Overall, I'm feeling kind of a mix of emotions between all of this. Like, things have been rough, and you're definitely reaching that point where things are like finally reaching the light, but your work is not done. The work's not done, but you need to, I think it would not surprise me if like this turning point, because I feel like this Knight of Pentacles right here is a turning point, because like this is the overall theme, and it all starts with this Knight right here. That this turning point, this message, this gift that you get is going to turn a point, and it's going to lead you down a path, like one path where it's like you end up in a path where it's like you don't recognize yourself anymore. But if you are aware of it, you can avoid this and get onto a path where you are like being proactive and open to infinite possibilities. Like, you're gonna either go down a path where anything is possible for you, or you become someone that you don't recognize anymore. So I think you just guys need to keep an eye open. Be devoted to your true self. Stay kind. Embrace the flow of life. Take the bad and the good. We can't always just accept the good. We gotta accept the bad, and the bad like can change us just as much, if not the good. But as far as like love life for any of you, if you're interested in looking for new love, I think that's a good opportunity. I think this month is going to be good for that. You just got to be careful. Overall, I'm feeling like things are good for you and things are going to get better. You just got to be careful. You got to be careful and just not become a person that you don't recognize anymore. You got to trust your path. Trust in yourself. Trust in your path. Be devoted and committed. And express yourself. Always express yourself. Don't bury that inner child. Don't bury that inner child away. Don't lock them away forever. Well, pile number 3. This is your reading for the month of June. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing or giving me a like, and I hope to see you all again in my next video. Bye-bye. All right, and before you go, please remember that tarot readings are for entertainment purposes only, as we all have free will. The outcomes depicted in these readings are not set in stone, because you are the creator of your own destiny. Please let me know down below if there's a particular reading you'd like to see you'd like me to do. Please let me know if there's a particular reading down in the comments below you'd like for me to do for you all. I'm probably going to start doing weekly videos because my life has gotten a little hectic, and I also feel like it makes it so that I can actually spend more time making a more quality video for you all. But yeah, I hope to see you all again in my next video, and I thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.